All right, let's get to the draft. Do I have to hide? The chat doesn't know right now?
They don't know it right now.
All right, so I'm going to hide the chat.
Okay.
And the
Chat,
draft
we love you.
is brought to you. Today's draft is brought to you by Magic Spoon. They got cereal for you to eat. Growing up, cereal. I had so much cereal. Oh, dude. All right, so I have Magic Spoon cereal, right? And I am living by myself, taking care of the 2 dogs because Katie's away. And Katie, the one thing she hates is I'm really bad at taking care of myself. Sam just kind of was in here like, you guys need to eat. Do you need food? Like in 2019, when I was working from home, I just straight wouldn't eat for days. And Katie got like, she would get mad at me. Not like disappointed.
Yeah.
She would get,
you had to do a half step of consciousness you weren't doing. I was kind of mad at you too sometimes.
Yeah. She'd be like, you need to take care of yourself, blah, blah. So I didn't want to order food because I didn't want to pay for food again. So I poured a giant bowl of cereal, like a giant bowl, because I got to bring it to the shed. And cereal, I usually like do a small bowl, and then I finish it, but there's some milk left. I'm like, well, let's just add a little more cereal. Okay, I'll add more milk, and then that goes on and on until I finish the box. And then I was like, wait, I have leftovers from the night before. So I ate the leftovers. And then after the Yankees game ended, I was walking to the kitchen to go to bed. I saw a full bowl of Magic Spoon cereal. No milk, but like this. And I was like, oh, shit. So I ate the whole thing before I went to bed.
I used to make fun of our buddies for being a bowl of cereal, no milk guy. Did it a couple times. I'm in.
As a snack? You
Just
don't
mixing it up.
use a spoon, though. You just, like, you use, like, chips.
No, I spooned.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you can get Magic Spoon cereal, and you can eat it however you want. It's got 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving, only 140 calories a serving, keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free. Build your own box. The available flavors to build your own custom bundle are cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, and cinnamon. Go to magicspoon.com/Jomboy, grab a custom bundle of cereal and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code Jomboy at checkout to save $5 off your order. Backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. If you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Today, we are drafting Gates. Gates. Chat, you are hidden. We are drafting Gates. So, BBD thought of this one. A lot of different avenues it can go. I'm excited for it. Can you throw me a piece of paper?
Yes. Did we fully make a set of rules?
No rules. Gates. You.
So we don't have to hit categories.
No.
Okay.
You draft. I think if you go all one category, I think the public looks at you and says,
I'm on board with that.
You know?
We didn't establish these things.
Okay. I am writing down a random number. Skidamadinkadink, skidamadinkadoo. I love you. I wrote down my number. Jake, have you written yours down?
I'm about to.
Okay. I will pull up the random number generator and 1 through 100. Jake, what have you written down?
I wrote down the number 4 for Lou Gehrig Day.
Awesome.
I had 25.
38.
Ooh.
And the random number is... Holy...
Yeah, baby!
That's fucking
What are the
wild.
odds of that?
I was like...
1 in 100.
It's number 1. I was like, I got great odds. Anything above 38, it's me. And then it's fucking 1?
I will take the first pick.
Okay.
And I'll take the wraparound.
I will choose to draft second. Jake, your first pick in the game.
How many rounds are we going, by the way?
4.
4.
I'm just looking for the phrasing here. I think they're known as... There's a symbolic name for them. There's the name for them. The pearly gates or the gates into heaven.
Yeah.
So Pearly Gates?
I think
I'd like that as
either,
one term.
Pearly Gates.
Pearly gates?
Yeah.
That's known as the gates into heaven?
Yeah, I think you're good either way.
Okay.
We're not on my board.
Well, you only have 4 things on your board, and you said you are very confident we will not be drafting your gates.
Well,
so I take that as a win.
At the time, if anyone doesn't know, we do a vlog, and Zach gets all our pre-draft thoughts. I lied to Zach. At the time of telling him that I had the best board ever, only 4 things because I was confident you guys wouldn't take any.
Right.
I, in actuality, had 0 on my board and hadn't given the draft any thought because I've been depressed and overwhelmed and sad for 3 days.
Wow. Excuses are like assholes.
Yes. But now I have 5 things on my board.
Look at that.
I'm taking Watergate.
Ooh.
I think it's the most famous. Any other conspiracy or just situation or any other thing that has Gate at the end of it
Okay.
stems from Watergate, because that's the name of the hotel. Also incredibly important for the history of America, and the way that we view politicians as a whole drastically changed after Watergate.
Big scandal.
Scandals. That's the word I was looking for.
Scandal.
Any other scandal that has Gate attached to it, well,
It
that's
stems
second
from that.
fiddle, because
Okay.
Watergate is. If
the
Watergate didn't exist,
original.
we wouldn't have others. So it is the original scandal Gate.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were gonna have like categories you had to hit between scandals, architecture, motion.
Yeah.
So I was not gonna take a scandal. I didn't want to be the first one to take a scandal because you have to take Watergate.
Have to
It's
take-
a clear
yeah,
number
yeah.
one
Yes.
scandal.
Yes. Yes.
Some bad connotations.
With Watergate?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's
It's
not.
a scandal.
It's a scandal.
Yeah.
But it's the most famous.
That's why I didn't have it as a first rounder.
Well, of its category.
It's a power gate.
If
Oh,
I
it's
got one overall, I wasn't taking
It's
Watergate.
a power gate. You're taking pearly gates.
No,
BBD?
not on my board.
Wrap around.
Where took the 2 I had penciled in as my first round picks.
Wow.
So my assessment of value from here on out, little sketch. I'll take the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yep. That's a clean first round.
Yeah.
It's a clean first.
A lot of people love suicide machines.
And scandals, that almost bring down the country. But
Don't watch the documentary The Bridge, because it's very sad.
And on the wraparound,
Heaven, presidential scandal, suicide machine. What do you guys like?
I don't believe in heaven.
It's fine.
The other 2 are tangible.
Heaven's a concept.
Okay.
Anything can be your pearly gates.
Yeah, I believe in
know?
that. Yeah. I believe in heaven on earth.
Sure.
Don't know about the rest.
Little slices of heaven. I love little slices of heaven.
That's actually
One of my favorite phrases.
heaven draft. 7 heaven.
We'll get there.
Slices of Heaven draft. And I'll hit the sports angle. I'll take Deflategate now.
Ooh, interesting. Another scandal. I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to take Bill Gates.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Kind of like, change the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the board.
That photo of him hanging next to all that stacks of paper with the floppy disk. One of the funnier, iconic photos ever. Bill Gates, stack of paper. Is that how you would find that picture? There it is. This picture cracks me up. When he
That's a
invented
good pick.
the floppy disk, and he had to show how like imagine your office space when you saw this picture. We take that for granted. I think we do take this for granted. Look at that. That much paper is on that disk. When that first went public, that had to blow people's minds.
It's blowing my mind right now.
Think about like he saved business space. A lot of companies were like, we don't need this second office anymore.
Oh, sure.
That's just our paper room. Put on this compact disc. Thanks, Bill Gates.
Thanks, Bill Gates. Recently divorced.
You know what they say? Sometimes divorces are more just happy endings. Completion. His marriage has been completed. On to the next.
I don't know if they're viewing it that way from the very minimal information I know about it.
Okay. Well, I heard Andy Richter say that once.
So,
I've heard that saying a lot.
Yeah.
It sounded like there's animosity, but
She claims to have invented the compact disc.
whoa.
That was my idea.
Controversy.
I said, I hate all this paper.
Okay.
Okay.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a horse's gait.
the horse gallop.
I mean, horse. when you see a horse trotting and walk, it's majestic. I have a friend who loves horse movies, just because I think there's something so majestic about how the horse
I didn't
moves.
realize you were talking about me until like 5 seconds after I should have.
Saw that. Yeah,
I was going to ask who.
horses.
and then I realized you were talking
right.
about
You
me.
thought you were about to have somebody to bond with.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
who loves horses movies? And
Yeah.
then I was like, oh, it's me. Also, the first movie ever was because two guys were debating if horses ever have all 4 feet off the ground at once.
Right.
So they set up a camera at every pole along the horse track and took a photo. It triggered a photo as the horse ran.
That's like in
And-
history books.
What's the first
Yeah.
ever movie? And then they put all those shots of the horse together and ran it through a slide projection. And that's how, they
Clearly
took the
see
pictures
the-
and then it was the movies because it was moving pictures and then movies. So like
The hooves off the
the
ground.
horse gallop was so intriguing.
Yeah.
It invented cinema.
Yeah.
I have a follow-up question about that.
Yeah.
What is the answer on the all 4 hooves off the ground situation? They
Did
get
you
them
have
all
horse
off?
gallop on your board
Okay.
and you don't know this?
So you didn't.
You've never
you
seen the
didn't
horse
go to
run in
school?
slow-mo?
You didn't grow up.
I didn't watch the slow. I would guess yes, but
Good guess.
It's an
Good guess.
accurate guess.
Yeah. Yes. All 4 come off the ground
There
at
you go,
once.
that.
See?
it didn't occur to me that they might not. I hadn't heard that.
I'm just
story.
intrigued that you said it was on your board, but when you think of a horse gallop, you don't see that.
Well, there's something iconic
Well,
about
I do,
the
but I
actual
could have
trot.
easily seen.
Yeah.
Like when you see a horse trot after the event, like that's almost better than the horse race.
They're such peacocks.
yes. Like Noodle does that sometimes, and we get stoked. Like we encourage
That is what I picture. I've never heard the movie
movie?
thing, so I've never heard of people.
Went to a school that hated
I didn't know the
arts,
movie
huh?
thing, but I knew like in
Kinda.
history books. I think it's like a 7th grade history thing. And
Like
the
I can
teacher-
picture slow-mo videos of horses galloping.
Here it is.
The
but-
teacher goes around the room and is like, "Have you?
Yeah, I've never seen
Does
that
a horse when a horse runs? Does it have all 4 hooves off the ground?" And you're like, "What are we learning today?"
Yeah. Racehorse, first film ever, 1878. So they triggered a bunch of cameras on the side of the track. So every time it ran, it each camera flashed. And then you can see they got like 15 of them or whatever. And then they ran it. Yeah, it's a movie. First one ever.
So yeah, I mean, super iconic.
That's a good pick.
Thank you.
You want us to say it's not a good pick? It's a good pick. Jeez.
I didn't want you to say that.
No one said it was a bad pick.
I'm going to go with a 2-sport icon, Antonio Gates.
Oh, okay.
Antonio
On my
Gates.
board.
He's going to be NFL Hall of Famer. He was also he played basketball in college, and I believe he went to March Madness, Kent State. So that's pretty cool. And he kind of started. He didn't start Tony Gonzalez, but the whole like
When he was like another one.
whenever your team now signs a basketball player, like a basketball player is going to play football, they're like, "Oh, next Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez."
Like one of the go-to like lines I would have sometimes, like, how come like every basketball player, if they just like are done with basketball, decide to just go be the best tight end of all time?
Right. You're a
'Cause there's,
6'6"
like,
power forward.
A bunch of them, and like every tight end at least played at high school hoops,
Hall
which
of Fame.
checks out.
Antonio Gates.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Jambalaya.
I'm going to take a pick that I know it's somewhat like you guys aren't. I doubt this is on your board. So I could get in the 4th round, but I also doubt my 4th round pick is on your guys' board either.
Okay.
And I only have 5 things on my board, and one of the 5 things I don't like. So it's turning out that maybe what I did tell Zach was the truth.
Okay.
I am taking Kaiser Soze.
Okay.
Maybe the most famous twist in cinema history, and it revolves around the gait of his walk. He goes from limping to walking straight up. Do you guys know Usual Suspects? You don't know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
You've never
it
seen
rings
it?
a bell, but I haven't seen it.
Well, that's disappointing because you guys aren't going to know what I'm talking about. But they reveal who he was. He has a limp the entire movie, his gait. And then slowly they show to his feet. Man, I can't believe you guys don't know this.
I think I've heard this like referenced before.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest
Sure,
cinematic
but-
revealings of a twist ever. Because watch, they just show him limping, and he's walking normal, and it was him the whole time. That's how the audience finds out. So the gait of his walk was the storytelling, and it was his whole trick.
Right.
That's how he did it. His fake gait. So that's what I'm taking.
It's good.
I was trying to think of humans. I had another one in mind, but that was used as a plot line. So I love that pick. Some people might not like it. I love that pick.
Good pick.
Thanks.
Hadn't seen it in a minute.
Have you seen it? Does it ring a bell
Yeah.
now you see it? Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I take, 'cause these are my final two picks. I wanted to make sure I take a emotion I like, but horse is the only one I really liked. So I think I'm gonna not do it. I'll take Gatorade.
Ooh.
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Gate.
Unless you want to veto it. But
I'm close, but I don't think it's a good pick, so I might allow it. Naturally, they called it Gatorade because it was Gatorade. Like Gators, the first part, because the Florida Gators.
yeah.
Can we watch that commercial?
No E. Yeah, I'd love to watch
no
that
E.
commercial. That's a fantastic commercial.
pronunciation-wise, I can pivot. I don't care.
I
like the pun. I have another pun.
I'm fine with it.
I'll let it slide because I really want to listen to this. Is this it?
I mean, it's Gatorade. Yeah.
Pronunciation-wise,
Yeah.
it's clear.
Pronounce it.
Say Gatorade.
You have the volume up?
I have another pun.
I'm fine with it.
Oh,
Hold on.
Nope.
I'll do that. Okay, here we go.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade. We called our stuff Gatorade.
That's funnier than I ever. That's funnier than I ever. Why do they have him framed so low in shot?
Fantastic.
He's like,
he's standing next to a guy standing.
yeah. He's. Why is that the shot?
Well, I'm worried it's like...
He's in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Oh, he might be in a wheelchair. Maybe he's standing.
I don't know.
We called our stuff Gatorade.
From the Gators, did by University of Florida doctors.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
From the Gators,
That is so good. That's better than I ever remember it.
It's good.
Gatorade. Yeah, you can take Gatorade.
Good pick.
And final pick. Go.
What's your favorite flavor? This will depend if it's actually a good pick or not a good pick.
So like my favorite is red,
Okay.
but like it's 1A, 1B, that, and yellow. Like if you just like
Yellow's
put them in
okay.
front of me.
Yellow's all right.
Just turned me on to yellow. Light blue's
Yeah.
the winner.
Light blue's the winner, yeah.
I'm not a fan of the blue.
That's okay.
Offended.
Yeah, it's just not.
I'm offended.
Yeah, I think everyone either that's their number one or like not on their board.
Okay.
Glacial freeze. You up?
Yeah, foil to the number one overall pick. I will take the Gates of Hell.
Gates of
Famous Gate.
Gates of Hell. Yeah, you guys are going to kind of split the vote there, I guess. I don't have someone in that arena.
I thought about double foiling and taking.
They're
Melinda
kind of
Gates.
opposite arenas.
That's what I'm saying.
I think one's more popular.
Gates of Hell?
There's one you'd rather end up at personally.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd lean Gates of Hell is cooler.
Or cool.
No.
Like more badass.
If I told you, would you rather go to the Gates of Heaven or the Gates of Hell?
Nonsense. Would
Well, we just talked about it. It's the...
Would I rather eat a magical candy cane or a magical
Jim, we already
snow?
did this. It's the mindset. If I told you the Gates of Heaven is you get a setup at Yankee Stadium, full laptop, front row.
Do I have to go through the gate, or
that's
do I
your
just
gate
get
of
to
he-
see the
To get
gate?
in the stadium, you need to get through the gates. Where the Gates of Hell might be you in a hot room, and you have to do math all day, every day for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Interested. I'd
You're
like.
not interested in
I'd
the
like to
second one.
see.
You're not interested in the
I'm
second
more intrigued, by what's going on in the second one to see if it's real. All right. So that concludes BBD's Gate Draft: Golden Gate Bridge, Deflate Gate, Gatorade, and Gates of Hell. I got Watergate, Bill Gates, Kaiser Soze, and another pick that is strictly for me, Benjamin Franklin Gates, the best action movie action adventure movie that's ever been filmed. That's actually, that opinion, not the best, like one of the best, is critical and audience meter. National Treasure is regarded as one of the most well-made action adventure. Every scene leads to the next scene. When we did cinema in film school, like they showed us, like it was pretty cool. And I made Katie watch it. She thought she was gonna not like it because it was a dumb Disney movie, and then she was like, "That was really good." I'm like, "Yeah, National Treasure, the first one, one of the better."
I should probably watch it as an adult. And like I saw it once as a kid and was like, yeah, good.
Watch it with the mindset that every scene leads to the next scene, and there's no wasted scene, and it's like impressive. But Benjamin Franklin Gates also born into a family of treasure hunters, and now you're the treasure hunter. I mean, what a legacy the Gates have.
He was on my board because I thought we might have a people category you've got to hit, and it was kind of a shallow pool as far as just quick searches. So he was on my board, but it wouldn't have been a pick true to me.
It's a pick true to me. First National Treasure is a delightful movie.
I like National Treasure.
It's great.
Tune in, watch.
A lot of people think like Angels and Demons is like the adult version, but National Treasure is way better than Angels and Demons. Is that what it's called? The brown book?
I believe you're right.
Angels and
That
Demons.
would be my
Da Vinci Code
guess.
Da Vinci Code.
and Angels and Demons. I don't know which one's the prequel. I read all those
I think
books.
Da Vinci Code's first.
Yeah, but I think it came out first. But I
Yeah.
think Angels and Demons is the prequel to. I don't know. I forgot. I read those
Well, Angels and Demons is definitely the name of it, but I don't know.
of the movie. I think they made
Movie,
both.
book, whatever. Yeah, I think they did.
I think Tom Hanks made both. I
Just
think
confirming the name.
Da Vinci Code's the more famous.
Yeah, it's more famous than that. I just off the top of my head.
I
assume it
think
is.
in the books, Angels and Demons came out first, then Da Vinci Code. But in the movie, they made Da Vinci Code first, then they made Angels and Demons as a prequel. I have no fucking idea.
Nobody knows.
Is his name Kevin Brown? No. Dan Brown? I think it's Dan Brown.
Dan Brown feels
Dan
like
Brown.
somebody.
Yeah.
I used to work with a Dan Brown. Nice guy.
I read, we had like 4, and I read all of them. And when you got to the 4th one, it was like, oh, you kind of lay the same
This
path.
is what we
Like,
do.
I got it.
This is what we do.
Figured it out.
Good for you, Dan Brown. That's his little slice of heaven, you know?
Mm-hmm. He's also a composer.
My final pick, between two here.
Yeah, Angels and Demons came out first book-wise, then Da Vinci Code, and I think it's the opposite movie-wise.
Can I take Snoop Dogg's Gait?
Like how he walks?
Yeah. Like, I feel like
Yeah,
Snoop
that's-
Dogg's kind of like...
Oh, he
that's a-
kind of
that's a
pushes
legal
the air
pick.
behind
He
him.
kind of like pimp walks a little bit. I feel like he
his
made
hand-
that cool.
Yeah, his hands kind of push, like it's like he's like wading in water, but he's not in water.
Like you could, I think we could watch a screen of that was like blacked out, like you couldn't tell who it was, and you could see the person walking, and you'd be like, "Well, that's Snoop Dogg."
If you can make out the hair.
Like Snoop Dogg may be the coolest walker of all time.
Yeah, I had a yeah. So that rounds you out.
I was between him and Melinda to split the Gates vote.
I thought about with my final 2 rounds,
Yeah.
just
That
doing
would've
the
been
foils to
awesome.
both of you,
That would've been
Melinda and Gates of
awesome.
Hell.
Yeah.
Biggest snub I think is Vince McMahon. His Gate is famous. Conor McGregor stole it. Now
Walking
Trevor
down.
Bauer tries to steal it.
It's a good game.
It's like
Didn't even think of that.
I
That's bad.
I thought he was the better pander pick, but I like the Kaiser Soze for the
Get
film
pop
stuff.
the chat out. Let's see what
It's a
else they
big
got
true to
going
you.
on.
Yeah, chat. What did we miss? What do you guys like? The 5th thing on my board. So I did go 4 for 4, and then I put, in case one of you took them, I just put a dog gate
I
because
also
they
went 4 for
Yeah,
4.
they changed my life. Having a dog gate, keeping them in the kitchen.
Oh, Donkey. Yeah, I
I
had a lot of scandals on my board. I figured I would end up in one in the sports world, so I was picking between Deflategate and Spygate. I just like know more off the top of my head about Deflategate because I was like fully aware of life
Spygate,
at that
yeah.
time. And I also and I had Bountygate, which I would have kind of liked to end up with.
Colgate. toothpaste / college, like that. I thought about a bullpen gate.
Yeah.
Do you mean like a literal
The
gate?
literal
Okay.
gate, yeah. Someone comes
I thought you
in
might
from
be picking like the
bullpen.
jog
That's
in from the bullpen, which
pretty
also,
iconic.
I like. I wanted to pick gates you can walk around, but that's not really a pick. But it's always funny when like a field is gated up, but then you can just
can
walk
sneak through.
right around it.
Yeah.
Ooh, tailgate feels like a giant miss.
Oh, tailgate was a
Tailgates.
big miss.
Okay, yeah, that one hurts.
Yeah, it was on the
Wow.
list of things I thought of,
Should have been a first round.
but
pick.
I didn't think it fit into any of the categories I thought we were gonna do. And it
Wow.
just made my board.
Yeah,
Tailgate.
yeah, it's a miss.
We blew it.
Big miss.
It's a miss.
Damn.
Ain't that it?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if people are going to like my board or not, but I got to tell you this: Watergate, Bill Gates. I believe in them, and I think they're going to get taken. I think they're like popular picks.
They're the ones
Then
that would've
Kaiser
got-
Sose, National Treasure. Those were for me, or Bill, or Ben Gates.
Sure.
And I'm incredibly happy with where I landed.
That draft strategy
Incredibly
was
happy.
good.
Yeah.
I'd say 1 point happier than Jim if you were going to make a vote.
But you did end up with 3 people.
Yeah, but one
You're picking like the movement. So it's
one
like,
is a name. 2 are names, so I knew that was bad because I'm just taking 2 that are named. Kaiser Sose, it's his
yeah.
game.
There's
different.
more to it.
Yeah. Like, because then Jake has 2 people as well, but he's taking Snoop
you
Dogg's
took, yeah.
walk, so it's 2 different
I mean, I took
categories.
two architecture ones. I didn't spread the love. Like I'm shocked I didn't end up with
Yeah.
emotion.
Gated communities.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
those
don't.
suck.
I don't like.
There was some nerdy gate terms, like gates on the internet to go from different things or something. I don't know. It wasn't for me. I Googled gates.
You did?
Yeah. Not much came up.
I Googled types of gates, but physical gates.
Right.
It was very boring, and like none of them would have rung out. It was like, pointed
Yeah,
gate,
it'd be, like,
straight
fun.
gate.
Pool gates.
You had.
The St. Louis Arch, is that a gate?
was on my.
Ooh,
when I
gateway to the
googled
west.
famous gates,
Gateway to the west.
that
that has some
was
bad
on
history
there.
involved with it.
yeah.
it
They
does.
basically, that was like the
Everything does,
lower
maybe,
income
yeah.
housing, and and I think black community and lower income housing, and they just booted them all just to put a
Just to
monument.
separate it.
Yeah.
So that's gross. Glad I didn't end up with it. I guess.
Investigate. That's interesting.
To an investigation. Is that what they would
Investigate?
say? That's a
Yeah,
cool
but
one.
that's what it would end up with.
Zendino the gate. That's good.
I had Washington Square Arch. I had a bunch of architectural ones that I had to look up and made sure I wrote them down.
I like this one,
Ooh.
BBD. I liked how many different ways you can go with it. A
Yeah.
person's
Yeah.
name, a person's walk, an actual thing, a scandal. There's a lot of avenues.
Yeah, I guess I was telling my friends that we do these drafts, and it was an idea that came from them. So
Well,
I'm not the.
I'm
creative
giving you
one.
credit for having those friends.
Good job, BBD's
Yeah.
friends.
I made plans to go out with them, and they followed through, which doesn't always happen. If we've documented on the show, that I sometimes say we're gonna
There's
do stuff
gotta
and
be
then they're
some-
doing stuff without me.
Some houses / buildings with just awesome gates on them, right?
Mm.
Like what? Like does the Addams Family house have like a famous gate or something?
Probably something from a TV
Trying to
show.
picture like an iconic TV show.
I'm
gate.
picturing it in my head. It's black and it's huge, and there's a long driveway to a mansion. I don't know if I'm just picturing a generic like entranceway to a mansion,
Yeah.
or if I'm picturing a specific house.
Stargate. If someone's really nerdy.
My college had like it's iconic there, but an iconic gate, but that wasn't going to resonate with people.
Oh boy,
But it also
What'd you find?
it's not. I thought college gates when BBD said it. I was like, there's got to be some colleges with iconic gates.
Dude, I think
I
I'm
spelled
thinking of.
gates with a Y, and I got.
Why'd you spell Gates with a Y?
They're right next to each other on the keyboard. T and the Y.
Oh, okay.
so
I thought you
said
I thought you
iconic.
spelled Gayt.
No.
Yeah, or YTE or something.
Yeah, YTE.
So you wrote GAYE.
So you googled college gay.
College gays with an E.
Well, no, hold up. How'd you get the E?
Because he wrote Gait.
Gait.
It was just a sub Y for T.
T got missed
He-
with the Y.
He
They're next
misclicked.
to each other on the keyboard.
So you did have an E after the Y.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But the results were still.
The Wayne Manor. I think I'm not thinking of that Gate. I think what I'm thinking of is Casper.
Ooh.
Did they have a gate in the Casper house? Do you know Jake loves the movie Casper?
Do. I love the Casper Kool-Aid.
I like Christina Ricci.
We know.
All right, that was the Gates draft.
Okay.
Great job all around.